I would totally buy it because I've been abducted by aliens. I think
you have not.
Hey, it's the
Scary, I don't hear you at all.
morning show. The technical difficulty.
Brody's talking over you, Nate.
I know.
I don't understand. I thought we figured this all out.
It's been how many days?
But here's my question: Garrett and Brody. Aren't they figuring it out at the same thing, and Sam? So how come the two of them are fine, but then the third one is not fine?
Yeah, I don't know.
So Brody uses many computers to listen, and he's sometimes not plugged into the correct one, and his computer can't update. So that's
but I have another question. Oh, hold on, he's back. Maybe I could ask him. Hold on.
I love this. Why do I love this so much? Poor Brody.
Connected. I think he's connected.
Oh, he can't hear us.
Well, the camera's not on though. My question is that, like, he knows what time we do this every day. Like, why does he start setting up 40 seconds before we start doing it? Like, why don't you set up 40 minutes before we start doing it?
I mean, I know this really doesn't matter because it's a podcast, but we waited 5 minutes to start this in the first place because we were waiting for Brody.
Yeah. So. Is he there? Brody, you there?
Brody!
No, he has to. Here's what's going to have to happen. He's going to have to call on the phone. He's going to have to listen with his cell phone. He's going to have to watch us on Zoom, and he's going to have to talk into his microphone, which is a whole separate feed.
Well, Scotty just picked up the phone.
Why does he have to do that and not Garrett? I don't understand. Why can't he just do what Garrett
because
does?
Garrett's mic and Sam's mic has a headset on it, a head-to-headphone jack, and so Garrett's plugged in directly to his head-to-head on the microphone. Brody's does not have that because he didn't want to spend the extra $18 to get that microphone.
Are you serious? Right. Shut up. Oh, I have that same microphone.
Yes.
Right.
That's this one, right?
I have it too.
There's a hole in the microphone for your headphones in the bottom. There's a hole in the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was an extra $18. He didn't buy that feature.
Brody,
he didn't want to pay extra. Froggy's 100% right. And I've been arguing with him about this on the Brooklyn Boys podcast because it's very simple. Spend the extra $18, get the headphone hole, and you can hear us. But no, he wants the cheap model.
I'd pay extra $18 for an extra hole any day of the week. I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, that's all it costs. I'm in.
Pull together and get him the damn $18 whatever it is.
No.
I know. Listen, I follow your train of thought, Froggy, and usually I'm about that. But if it's going to cause all of us inconvenience every single day, it's going to be what, $2 a person?
Inconvenience. I see it as content.
But now you have to buy the whole entire new microphone. You can't just buy the microphone.
Right. You can't just add a hole to it. It's not that kind of thing.
Yeah, true.
Brody's got like an eBay supermarket going on in his house for all these years. He's got a superstore. He can sell that. He can move that friggin' cheap mic on eBay for like $50, probably get more than he paid for it, and still turn a profit because that's what the guy does.
He's probably listening to us right now and just not talking.
Probably is. And he's so mad that he can't talk. He's so mad
we
he
can
can't
see
talk
him. Yeah, he's got to be able to hear us.
Well, no, he's got his camera turned off. It's a caricature that, by the way, looks nothing like him, but go ahead.
If he paid the $18 though, guys, we would not have had so much fun with this.
I remember when he bought the microphone, Scary told him which one to buy, and he said, quote, "I'm not made of money like you, Scary. I'm not buying that one." And it was like $18 or $20 difference. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, what model did he get? The snowblower?
He got the snowball. He got the snowball.
Oh, if you go on Urban Dictionary, that's got a completely different meaning.
It really does.
Oh, God. What were we going to talk about before this sidetracked us for the last 4.5 minutes?
Aliens or
was
something.
Talk about aliens. Yeah, he said he saw a great alien excuse.
What was the story, Garrett?
Oh, now Garrett's not on.
Oh, no, Garrett's not on. Oh, Garrett.
Unmute your microphone. Or did Brody cause you stress? I think Brody caused Garrett.
Oh, no.
This is absolutely...
Well, hold on. Garrett's muted. Hold on a second.
No, Garrett is definitely muted.
All right, asked to unmute. Okay. All right, I just unmuted Garrett.
Just listening to this podcast, you really should just go watch it.
This is
you got to watch them.
Elvis Duran.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
There.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that, Brody.
You're using your computer's audio, by the way, and not your microphone.
Well, no, it all got screwed up from here. Talking about Barstool, Guillermo Moreno, no relation to some of our friends there. he's a great soccer player, and his teammates said he was late for practice the other day, but he came in with the excuse that he was abducted by aliens, and they believed him because he's one of those upstanding guys on his team. So they're like, okay, we're not going to question it. He's a leader. So if he was abducted by aliens, we're going to say he's abducted by aliens.
Yeah. I would totally buy it because I've been abducted by aliens. I think
I
No, you have not.
Yes. I love it.
You had a stroke. You didn't get abducted by aliens.
I believe you.
Not
When were you
similar
abducted by
experiences.
aliens?
I was like 4 or 5, and okay, what I'm going to tell you is what a lot of people that have been abducted by aliens say. So I was in bed, and I had this weird dream that there was a spaceship over our house, and I was in bed. I shared a bedroom with my brother, and it was like hovering over our house, and there was lights and making this whirring noise. So I woke up. I remember I woke up, and then I look out the window, and it wasn't a dream. There was an actual spaceship, and I could see the lights going around in a circle.
Was your butt wet when you woke up?
No.
Was it probed? Are you sure there was no probing?
Hang on.
Okay.
So I remember I was
There's
so
more,
scared.
Danielle.
I was so scared. I pulled the sheets up over my head and and I could still hear the whirring noise. And the next thing I know, I wake up and it's like 8 hours later. I hadn't moved a muscle, and I was still in the same exact position as when I fell asleep, and I willed myself to sleep. So they say that when you're abducted by aliens, there's this passage of time that you don't know.
This was just last night, right?
No.
And it's funny, that's what he said to the
hold on, now we're getting two Garrett.
Two versions of the
Now there's two. Here we go. So this is what,
because Brody popped back in the room for a second and realigned everything. You saw that, right? Okay.
So Nate, it's funny you say that though. Guillermo Moreno said that he felt the same way you did, and that he was gone for 2 days, and then that's why he was late.
Yeah, it was 8 hours like that. I mean, it just blew by, and I woke up. I was in the same exact position, and I was just so freaked out. And I don't even think I ever told my parents. I don't want to admit that I was probed. But
I believe you.
No, seriously, like you
You don't tell your parents you think you got probed.
Well,
Come
I'm
on
not
now.
sure I was probed, and I didn't know what a probing was.
Elvis told me he thinks he got probed last night. He told me that earlier today.
Different probing.
Wishes he got probed.
I first learned about probing on that episode of South Park where Cartman had the anal probe. I'm like,
Cartman
what the hell is this a
probed.
thing? Is this real? Is that the kind of thing that people experience?
I learned about it watching a VHS tape I wasn't supposed to be watching when I was 12.
Nate learned about it firsthand.
Yeah.
Probing. Can we just clarify that?
Well, why would they take you? There must be something they put in you. Did they put like a chip or something? Like
So
something?
I do have a scar on my ankle, and when I touch it, it feels like there's something underneath the scar. I think I've been chipped by an alien. I'll let you touch it next time I see you, Danielle. I'm not even
Okay,
kidding.
I would like to touch it. Yes, please. Let me see.
Can you see it?
No.
Yeah. Have you never mentioned this to the doctors or anyone?
What am I going to say?
Yeah.
How credible would that be?
Yeah, tell them this fucked up story you just told us and see what their reaction is. If it's any different than ours.
For like one of your MRIs or all that stuff, you do just stick your ankle in there. You can't do that?
Yeah.
See what's under
See what
there?
they do.
I'll do that. Like, hey, yeah, I know you're going to do my brain, but can we do my ankle instead?
Check my ankle,
That's my
please.
alien story. I'm sorry you guys don't believe me.
No, I believe you. I'm on board with you. And I have one more question, Nate.
Yeah.
Did you see them? Did you see what the aliens look like?
No, I did not.
Were they green?
No, I don't know if they were green.